Right now, Kylian Mbappe is like a demon on a mission. He's not just scoring goals, he's shredding defences too. He's got his mojo back, and it's thanks to what Carlo Ancelotti is feeding his mind that puts him in beast mode. It's very obvious now that the world is witnessing a different Kylian Mbappe, and that's mainly down to two things. The first, Carlo Ancelotti's magical touch.
Es único, jugando por dentro lo puede aprovechar mejor.
Roughly translated into English, this is Carlo Ancelotti hyping Mbappe and calling him the best striker in the world. This was also coming at a difficult time too for Mbappe. It was right after Mbappe had missed back-to-back penalties against Liverpool and Athletic Bilbao, and some of his critics had started turning on him.
What's he doing?
Right. Oh, what's he not doing? Actually, more appropriately and more importantly, you look at Kylian Mbappe and his movement as a striker, the basic movements as a striker, he's either unable to recognize what those movements should be, he doesn't know what those movements should be, or he's choosing not to move in the way that a striker should. There are sequences of play that are very specific. There was one in which Bellingham gets in behind, actually times his run well. It's one of those late runs from Jude Bellingham, runs in behind. Now he turns a corner. The only option he has is to cross the ball.
But in all of that, one man still believed in Mbappe, and that was manager. But praising him, Ancelotti knew he was feeding a beast. And with a player of his talent, it was only a matter of time before he found his rhythm again. And since he clicked, he hasn't looked back. The other reason? Well, it's the man himself. After the slump versus Liverpool and Bilbao, Mbappe had hit rock bottom. He knew at that point that something had to change. His career, his status, his reputation, everything was on the line. It was either he fixed up, or watch Madrid become a worse team than they were because of him. And since that point, he's picked up and entered beast mode. If you're enjoying this video so far, be sure to give it a like and hit that subscribe button too. You see, the hat-trick against Manchester City wasn't his first hat-trick of the season. 1 month before he thrashed Man City, he opened his hat-trick account against Valladolid. Real Madrid won 3-0, and once again, it was all Mbappe. The first goal, a beautiful curler from the left side of the box. The second goal, a nice low shot from the left side of the box. And the final one to complete the hat-trick, a calm penalty that sent the keeper the other way. Many believe this game was the turning point for the Frenchman, and they are not wrong, because after this game, Mbappe scored or assisted in the next 6 or 7 league games. Before he hit his form, Mbappe had to endure the mad side of the fans. His first months with Real Madrid were disappointing. It was like the 2022 World Cup Mbappe was no more. That Mbappe that terrorised Argentina in the World Cup final. The Mbappe that Madrid chased for years. The guy that everyone predicted would be the next Cristiano Ronaldo. He joined Madrid and the fans couldn't believe their eyes. Yeah, his first couple of games were good. He scored in the UEFA Super Cup to help Madrid win the trophy. Even against Stuttgart on the Champions League debut, he scored a goal. But that was it. In the league, Mbappe was just a shadow of himself. Madrid couldn't even win their first league game of the season. And that's not all. Mbappe and other Madrid attackers, Vini and Rodrigo, looked lost on the pitch. Real Madrid spent the previous season without a striker. Now, with Mbappe in the picture, Vini and Rodrigo started finding it hard to connect with him. And to make matters worse, Mbappe's positioning was always off. It was a disaster up front. Mbappe went the first 3 league games without a goal or assist. It was like Mbappe weren't even on the pitch. Lucky for him, he broke the league goal drought in his game, but he was in no way close to meeting the fans' expectations. To play for Real Madrid is a completely different thing. Even Real Madrid's greatest player, Cristiano Ronaldo, saw this coming and sent a warning to the Frenchman.
Real Madrid is not PSG, I can tell you. There is different environment, Spanish they are different.
To play for Real Madrid, you simply have to be the best. And Mbappe, he wasn't meeting that standard, and where things really got bad for him was in his first El Clasico game. Madrid lost to Barcelona 4-0. Now, it always gets ugly for Real Madrid fans anytime they lose to Barca. But this time, it wasn't just about getting thrashed by Barca. The entire team should be held responsible. But no, Mbappé did something that made him the scapegoat. Throughout the match, Madrid players were caught offside 12 times. And get this, Mbappé alone was caught offside 8 times. And not long after that, Real Madrid suffered another embarrassing defeat. This time on the biggest stage in club football, the Champions League, 3-1 to AC Milan. And like I said, Mbappé was the scapegoat. Listen to this.
But if Kylian Mbappe doesn't show up in the next games, and then I'm talking about scoring, 16, being a threat every single time, yes, Real Madrid crowd is going to talk, and it's going to talk very quickly, and it's not something that is going to help him to adapt to the new team.
Mbappé knew he had to do something. He was not only falling short of Real Madrid's standards, but also failing to meet his own previous standards. And just when it looked like Mbappé would suffer all season, Ancelotti came in with another fix, even different from the first two early on in the video. Before I get into that though, just in case you missed it earlier, be sure to smash the like and subscribe buttons. Did you know that 95% of our viewers don't even subscribe to our channel? It's crazy. You guys are missing out on so much content, and plus it helps grow our channel too. It's tactical freedom for Mbappé. Now Mbappé plays more freely. When he first arrived, he just kind of fit into that number 9 role. He often had to play with his back to goal. But this is it, not everyone can be a Karim Benzema. Hold-up play really isn't for everyone. Ancelotti realised this and quickly made a couple of tweaks to how Madrid's front line operated. Madrid went back to that fluidity up front like the season before. Now Madrid, when Vini and Rodrigo are up front with Mbappé, have 3 attacking players playing with freedom. Now we're seeing a different Mbappé, the one who used his speed to bully defenders, both on and off the ball. My man's speed is crazy. Mbappe's speed is that he isn't one of those speed demons that can only run in a straight line. The way he accelerates and decelerates, changes direction as he pleases, kind of like he's dodging traffic. He's a serious cheat code. Defenders chasing him are like tow trucks trying to chase a Bugatti. It's pointless. The best bet of stopping him is when he stops is to foul him and take him out. Kinda like what these guys did to him there. You get the idea. Now that Ancelotti has given Mbappé enough freedom, we're seeing his speed come into play more. Either by running past opponents with the ball, running into spaces behind the opponent to create more attacking options, or running to catch up to through or long balls to score. Just like this goal against Man City. Now that Mbappé isn't just focused on playing as a central target man, the back-to-back offside issues and the complaints about his horrible movement as a number 9 are over. Now Mbappé can cut in with speed from the right or left wing and can also drop deep to link up more with the team. But speed and movement aside, there's another part of Mbappe's game that makes him an unstoppable attacker. His dribbling. You see, it isn't just about speed. And yeah, speed is really scary, but when it's combined with the elite dribbling, he's an absolute nightmare. Mbappé breaks ankles for fun. Those quick step-overs, body feints, and that quick burst of speed are a recipe for disaster. To add to it, this guy's crazy ability to cut inside with lightning speed makes him the last player you want to be facing, especially the left wing. Mbappé isn't just for speed, as he has shown all through his career. This guy's close control dribbling is second to none, wriggling out of tight spaces like he's a snake. Mbappé is the kind of attacker who always has a trick up his sleeve to get out of any situation. And of course, we have to talk about his finishing. A goal like that one against Celta Vigo is something we don't often see from Mbappé. Now we're seeing Mbappé play as a more evolved goalscorer. He now takes shots from any distance, and he doesn't just mindlessly blast the ball towards the opponent's goal, like a shoot and pray kind of thing. Mbappé is incredibly precise. That goal against Getafe shows it all. Yeah, and he was far away, literally outside the opponent's 18-yard box. He still carefully picked his spot, and with precision sent the ball right in. For Mbappé, it's technique over power, and I must say, it's definitely working for him. Mbappé is definitely one of the best finishers in the world, scoring in every way possible. With 20 goals at the time of recording, he is just 2 behind Barca's Lewandowski in the race for the league's top scorer. One thing is for certain, if Mbappé started the season this strong, he'd be the highest goal scorer in the league right now. Now, La Liga defenders know what the League One defenders suffered for years. There's no stopping this guy. If he wants to sprint past you, you just gotta let him because you know you can't catch him in a foot race. You try to play smart and back off. He's smart and technical enough to inside and curl the ball into the net, or even just let a power shot loose. Remember what he did to Seville when their defenders tried to play smart? And if you try to double team him, you're only leaving space behind for other Madrid players to exploit. And with a team like Madrid, I mean, there's Vinny and Rodrigo either side of Mbappe, hungry for goals. Leaving space is the worst thing you can do. That brings us back to the only strategy that can work, and that is to hope he doesn't show up. Ancelotti decides to bench him, or he just has an off day, because if this guy is in form, there is nothing you can do to stop him. He plays like a man on a mission, and in case you don't know what that mission is, I'll tell you, the UEFA Champions League. Do you know that this is the only trophy this guy is yet to win, at least at club level? At PSG, he won all the domestic titles, so that covers domestic football for him. He's already won the UEFA Super Cup for Real Madrid. As a matter of fact, he won this on his first day at Real Madrid, scoring a banger to seal it for the Spanish Giants. But the Champions League, he's yet to win that. And that brings us to this question. Do you think Mbappe and Real Madrid have what it takes to win this UCL? Or would they have to try better next season? Or even wait for Trent Alexander-Arnold? Let me know what you think in the comments. And don't forget to give this video a like too. And I'll see ya in the next one.